All right, for number 4, we have this company's profit function is given by minus 3x squared plus 630x minus 6,000. And it wants to determine all values for which the company makes a profit. Well, the company makes a profit when their profit is positive, greater than 0. So basically we want to solve that inequality. Now, what I would do to solve this inequality, I would notice that everything can be divided by 3. In fact, everything can be divided by negative 3. So I'm going to divide by negative 3 and write this as x squared minus 210x plus 2,000 less than 0. Now you got to be careful there. Notice I divided by negative 3. When I divide both sides of an inequality by a negative number, it does cause my symbol to flip there. Alright, then we ought to be able to factor. Looks like it factors as x minus 200 times x minus 10 less than 0. Alright, so that gives us our two split points. Our two split points are 200 and 10. We would then need to draw a number line, plug numbers and check, make sure we get a negative value. And I think you would find that the correct answer is 10 less than x less than 200. You can draw a number line there. Hard for me to draw a number line here on my computer and plug numbers in. Okay, so that's what you want to do on number 4. Number 6, get rid of this. Number 6 gives us some data here. And it says, use your graphing calculator to determine a quadratic regression that models truck stopping distance. Alright, so you're going to turn your calculator on, and you're going to type in the data. Now, a question is, which data should you use? Because there's two values, there's the dry pavement and the wet pavement. Well, looking ahead at part B, it wants information on dry pavement. So I typed in my data, I typed in speeds in L1, 35, 45, 55, 65. And I typed in my stopping distance, 190, 280, 390, 525 in L2. It then told us to find a quadratic regression. So I go stat, calculate. Now in the past we used linear regression. Today we're using quadratic regression. Same buttons to push. You just got to go down to quadratic regression. Okay, so A is going to be, it says to round to 1 decimal place, A is going to be 0.1. B is going to be negative 0.1, and C is going to be 55.9. So I went ahead and I typed that into Y1. And for Y2, I typed in 455 because it says, when will our stopping distance exceed 455? So I'm going to graph. Now I needed to mess with my window a little bit here. My windows, my X values, I went from to a maximum of 70 because I saw I had 65 here. And then I knew I wanted to go higher than 455 on my Y's, so I made my Y max 550. Okay, so there's my window. Now I can see where they cross, so I can find that on my calculator. Calculate the intersect. First curve, yes. Second curve, yes, yes, yes. So it's about 64 miles an hour. And we want to exceed 455 feet, which means we want to be above that. So our answer would be X is any speed greater than 64 miles an hour. Okay, hope that clears those two up. Let me know if you have other questions.